Good morning and welcome to the 2022 Southeast Louisiana 10U All-Star Football Game. We'd first like to give recognition to the City of Donaldsonville, Mayor Leroy Sullivan, Donaldsonville High School's football coach Brian Richardson, and Percy Cargo of the Donaldsonville Youth Tigers for hosting today's events, providing facilities and a great atmosphere and venue for this all-star game. The Southeast Louisiana Football League all-star game is comprised of all of its member teams and the best 50 football players in the 10U division. The league is divided into two divisions, the North and the South. North, which will wear blue today, and the South, which will wear white, with the blue teams being comprised of the Clinton Tigers, the Hammond Junior Tours, the Baker Junior Buffaloes, and the Tangy Cubs. The South, who will be wearing white, is comprised of the St. John Warriors Red, the St. John Warriors Gold, Donaldsonville Tigers, and the Eastside Raiders. We'd like to give special recognition to our board members as well. Brother Willie Coleman, who's the president, Vice President Ralph Haynes, Special Advisor Montero Bradford, the Director of Player for Certification, Mr. KB Armstrong, and Vice President Raphael Neal. We'd also like to recognize our member teams. The St. John Red, whose president is Brian Armstrong. The Clinton Tigers, whose president is Lindsey Gibbs. Eastside Raiders, Chad Wilson. Baker Junior Buffs, Jamie Bennett. The Donaldsonville Youth Tigers, Percy Cargo. The Hammond Junior Tours, Ralph Haynes. St. John Gold, Robert Taylor Jr., as well as the Tangy Cubs, whose president is Mr. Otto Bonds. We also like to give special thanks and recognition to all the parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, and everybody who makes football possible for our young men. We know that they have a lot of different things that they could be doing, especially on this cold Saturday morning, but they choose to be out here, and the parents choose to be out here to support their young men and all of the coaches and all, and we gladly appreciate it, because we know that if they're not doing something positive, they can surely be getting into something not so positive. We also like to give special recognition to our officials who volunteer their time and energy into providing football for the young people. Today's officials will be Jerry Toussaint, who's the white hat, Gerald Vaughn, Ron Seals, Mr. Fred Billigan, Mr. Terry Marshall, who's our Assistant Director of Officials, as well as our Director of Officials, Mr. Ronald Kemp. Again, without the participation of the officials, man, football would not be possible. We're going to go ahead and pick up action here in the first quarter, having about a minute remaining in the first quarter. We have the Blue All-Stars with the ball on the 35-yard line. And as we can see, the players are getting warmed up and ready to go, or probably already warmed up and ready to go as they go to the line. And we have a timeout. Timeout, Blue All-Stars. We'll pause for a break. We're back, football fans, for after our timeout break. It's fourth down. Blue All Stars come out in a 2-by-1 set. Quarterback drops back to pass. And incomplete, intended for number 3, Bickham. The Tangy Cubs will produce a turnover on downs by the Blue All Stars. White will take over on the 35-yard line. The White All Stars get in the huddle, bring in the play. White All Stars in a slot left. Run by number 21. Forced out of bounds by number 20, Orlando Dunn. Pick up about 6 yards. Next, we'll play about second down and about 4. Good run by number 21. And great force out by Mr. Orlando Dunn, number 20 of the North. Said second down and 4. Slot set to the left. Dive. Number 21, Brandon Hayes, stopped at the line of scrimmage. And that will end the quarter. And our score is scoreless going into the second quarter. North 0, South 0. And we'll be back. Second quarter action about to begin. White All Stars with a dive. Big gain there. Ball spotted at the 49-yard line. First down, South All Stars. As the White All Stars, the South All Stars come to the line of scrimmage in a slot set. Bootleg by number 8, Mason Joshua of the Donaldsonville Tigers. Big gain, runs out of bounds, but maybe for Neal because there's a flag on the play. And that flag would most probably be holding, all right, which is a spot foul. Will take them back. Ball will be spotted on the 41-yard line. Hey, nothing negates great momentum but a penalty here, which brings the South All Stars back to the 40-yard line. Again, in that near slot set. Hand off to number 30, Karan Adams. Ooh, and a vicious hit, vicious tackle by the Blue All Stars will bring up a Second and about 13 for the South All-Stars. Wow. Big time hit, big time play. Couldn't exactly catch that number because it was so far, but big time hit with the North All-Star. That's one thing about the North. The North plays very, very physical, which is a main staple of, those organizations and the work that those kids put in. Second and 13 is whistle dead. We have encroachment on the defense. We'll advance the ball for the South. Brings up about second and about 8. Ball resting on the 49, about the 49-yard line of the North. Quarterback goes back. It seems like it's a busted play. But Joshua of Donaldsonville turns it into something desirable. And in fact, there's a flag on the play. I believe it's a horse collar. And if that stands, it will give the South All-Stars a first down. And I believe it is. They're marching it off right now. Great job of Joshua improvising and making something out of nothing, making a positive game out of that play. We have first and 10 from the Blue All-Stars 34-yard line. We have a sweep around the left end. Stop for a loss, tackle by number 4 of the Blue All-Stars, Mr. number 30 of the Blue All-Stars. Great tackle, great open field tackle, which brings up second down and about 11 for the South All-Stars. White in a 2-by-2 set, rolls out to the right. Quarterback throws incomplete, which brings up a third down. Third down and about 11 on the Blue All-Stars 36-yard line. And we're seeing as the game progresses, the kids are getting a whole lot more acclimated to what's going on, the speed of the game, playing with all-stars. So just a great football game here. 2-by-2 set here. Quarterback draw. It was a fumble, but I believe he was ruled down by contact before the fumble. Pickup of about 1 yard, which will bring a fourth down for the South All-Stars. We see the North defense is really settling in, really getting good push, also making great tackles at the line, rallying to the football, everything you would expect to see in an all-star game. So that fourth down, 2-by-2 set. And we got it whistle dead. We got timeout, Blue All-Stars. And as they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout. Be back in a little. As we return to action here, we have the South All-Stars, 4th and 10. We have a pass incomplete by the South All-Stars. Blue All-Stars, which is the North, will take over on downs. With 3:40 left in the half, the score is 0-0, and the North will start from its 35-yard line. As we look out here, man, the field looks superb, man. Coach Richardson and the Central Parish School Board has done a great job of creating great playing facilities for their athletes, and it just creates an awesome experience for our student athletes. We have the North here taking over, 1st and 10, and we have a timeout here. Timeout, South All-Stars. As they take a break, we'll take a break. We'll be back in a few. Back to action here. Blue All-Stars, or the North All-Stars, take over on the 35-yard line. Play whistle dead. We have a false start on the North, which will back them up about 5 yards, and they'll replay it again, 1st and 15 from the 30-yard line. Again, nothing hurts worse than to get a penalty pre-snap. We have the North, which is in blue, coming out in what looks like a Wildcat set, a heavy Wildcat set. Run up the middle by number 1, Benjamin Brown, for a small gain. See where the ball's placed. It'll be 2nd and 14. North All-Stars come to the line. Twin set to the bottom. Oh, a 2x2 spread set. Quarterback drops back to pass. Man, a huge throw, but almost intercepted by number 8, Mason Joshua. Bring up a 3rd and 14 with about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the half. Hey, look, I know that play went incomplete, but my, that is a big time throw by a kid that's probably only 9 or 10 years old. But the talent is here. The talent is here. Again, a little less, about 2 minutes, 30 seconds left until halftime. North All-Stars are getting the play in. but they better hurry. And there we have it. We have a delayed game call on the North All Stars, which will bring up about third and about 19. North All Stars in a 2-by-2 set. We got speed motion, handoff, up a double reverse. Number 3, Bickham, and tackled by number 24, Cannell White. Brings up a 4th down from the North's 28, about 28-yard line. The defense was definitely not fooled by the double reverse. Great pursuit by the South defense, and a great open field tackle by Mr. White of the South. Again, we 4th down and 28. Blue All Stars getting the play in. And we have another delay of game call on the North. Seems as if the North is having a little confusion getting the plays in, but that's kind of to be expected with an all-star game. You only have about 2 practices before the game, and so the North All-Stars is punting, punt muffed, but recovered by the South, and the ball will be placed somewhere near the 35-yard line here. So the South will be taking over at the 35-yard line. So great defensive stance by the South. Kind of marred by a few penalties, which didn't help the North, but hey, the North too has a stout, very, very stout defense. So that may be the ball game, y'all. Just a great, great defensive football game. Pass complete from Joshua to number 21 on a little 5-yard hitch route. Brings up 2nd and about 5. South comes to the line, 2-by-2 set. Joshua hits the running back on a little swing pass, but for not much of a gain, which will bring up about 3rd down and about 5. Timeout. White. Timeout South All Stars, and we'll take a break as they do. Welcome back. South comes out in the 2-by-1 set. It's 36 from the North's 31-yard line. Dive given to number 21. Picks up about 3, and it'll be 4th down and 1 as we near the end of the half. White hurries to the line in a Wildcat set. Number 21 runs and is stopped for no gain. The blue defensive line makes a big stop at the line of scrimmage, while the South hurries up and tries to run a quick play on them. Man, that defensive surge is something else. All right, big stop and turnover on downs. For the Blue All-Stars. So the North comes out in a 2-by-2 set. Dumps the ball off to the slot receiver. Oh, for a double pass. And the pass goes incomplete. Incomplete to number 1, Benjamin Brown. But hey, a little razzle-dazzle, man, before the end of the half. Hey, always looking for that quick strike. I'm going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the North All-Stars as we approach the half. Again, we're seeing a great defensive matchup. It's to be expected. The defense is a little bit faster than the offense, and it takes a little time to get continuity and everything offensively. But I promise you the second half will probably be a whole lot better, being that they got their feet wet. All right. We got a little quarterback sweep going to the right. And we have a stop at about the 36-yard line. Now bring us to half. Your score, 0-0 at half. Picking up second half action. We have the kickoff. Onside kick. Ball recovered by number 21, Kamar White. And the South All-Stars will take over at the 49-yard line of the North, with every series starting with a 1st and 10. South All-Stars come to the line, and we see official Tucson making sure everybody has their equipment strapped up, which is very, very important as we get the second half underway. Saw a big-time defensive battle the first half. Hope to see the offenses kind of open up a little bit here in the second half, and I'm quite sure they'll be playing a whole lot faster. Joshua hands off to number 21, Bradley Hines. Gain of a yard. Bring up a 2nd down and about 9. And as a result of the play, we have a flag on the Blue All-Stars. Not quite sure what the flag was for, but it'll place the South All-Stars on the 43-yard line. Brings up about 2nd down and 3. Two tight pro set to the right. Handoff to Kamar White. Gain of about one. Bring up about 3rd and 1. Again in the two tight pro set. Dive to White. Good gain by Kamar White. First down south at the North's 33-yard line. Again, a quick hit and dive is always pretty good whenever the defense is not expecting, especially whenever you only need one. First down, South All-Stars. Getting the two tight pro right. Another dive. Pickup of about 4 or 5. Bring up 2nd and about 5. So see, the South All-Stars are getting real basic on them and running quick hitting dives and all just to get their offense warmed up. You got to think that something big is coming up. Two tight pro set to the right. Joshua on the center. Runs a quarterback sweep to the right. Big play up the sideline. Ooh, not bad, but I think there's a flag on the play. And usually where that flag is laying, it's probably holding. Nice run by Joshua, just negated by that holding call. Just having to replay the down. Handoff for a big run. Great play, great improvisation by, I think that is White. Great run by Kamar White. Ball will now rest on the 16-yard line of the North. Hey, he was bottled up in that backfield. Man made a nifty little move and then showed some track speed and got out to the right-hand side and, man, made a negative into a positive. Great run by Kamar White. South with a dive. Looks like a stop for a loss, but I think with forward progress, it'll just keep them at the line of scrimmage. Bring up 2nd down. South comes out in the too tight right set. Handoff around the right side and forced out of bounds. Again, White just keeping it basic, keeping it simple. Big on big blocking. And just their guys beating the guys that's in front of them. Just typical smash mouth football. South comes to the line. Again, in that too tight right set. And we have a timeout. South All-Stars. 3rd and 6. South All-Stars bootleg Joshua. Bottled up and swarmed up for a loss. Tackled by a host of North All-Stars. Way to swarm to the ball for the North All-Stars. Man, those big guys up front, they're doing a marvelous job of getting to the football, working down the line. Man, for a great play, great football by those North All-Stars. We'll place the ball about the 15-yard line with 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the third quarter. It'll be 4th down for the South All-Stars. Let's see if that stout North defense can come up with a big stop to get a turnover on downs. 2-by-2 set. Joshua, is sacked in the backfield. Man, those guys came through like gangbusters, man. Like, can't catch a number there, but, man, those 2 tackles, those 2 down linemen, man, just looked like they wasn't even touched. We'll have a turnover on downs. Ball looked like it's going to rest on about the 20-yard line. Great job by the North defense on, keeping those guys out of the end zone. They did their job on that one. Great job by the North All-Stars. So North All-Stars will take over on the 20-yard line. Bring up 1st and 10 from the 20. Run by the running back. Man, great run. Big time run by the running back for the North All-Stars. Can't quite catch that number. The contrast on the uniforms, I will apologize in advance. The contrast on the uniforms makes it very, very hard to see from the booth up here. But great run. 1st down and 10 for the North All-Stars. And this may be the turning point for the North All-Stars. It seems like they were having trouble getting plays in quick enough and everything. They're hurrying to the line. Coach must have really lit a fire under them so they could get plays in. Wildcat set, heavy left. Run left, Wildcat. Snuffed out by the South All-Stars for a loss in the backfield, which will be the last play of that quarter. Of the third quarter. We'll be beginning the fourth quarter momentarily with your score. North All-Stars 0, South All-Stars 0. We'll take a pause as they take a pause. We're back with all-star football action as we begin the fourth quarter with your score North All-Stars 0, South All-Stars 0. The North All-Stars have the ball here. Second down after a big loss. They go with the wingback counter by the North, Benjamin Brown, for a big run. Great run and a swarm tackle. Good run by Benjamin Brown. Takes it down to the South's 35-yard line. But there is a flag on the play. Let's see what that flag is. Usually in situations like that, it is holding. And that's what I believe it to be. So we'll play that one over again. For the North All-Stars. They come back with the wingback counter again. Benjamin Brown. Great run there for a good gain. Ball will be placed on what looks like the 46-yard line. Brings up about 3rd and 5. Again, Benjamin Brown is getting great runs here. He has great vision. He sees the crease. He sees those landmarks. He hits those landmarks as any good running back coach would coach the kid up, and the kid just executes. Great job by Benjamin Brown. And also, you need to give a lot of props to that offensive line as well to making sure that he has those lanes to make those runs. All right, those guys are not giving very much props, but man, they make the offense go. Running back is stopped for no gain and even quite possibly a small loss. I guess maybe I might have jinxed the offensive line because as soon as I give them a lot of props, man, we have a situation where we have a small little breakdown, but that's okay. These guys will bounce back, and it's 4th down and 6. Ball resting on the 44-yard line. Blue All-Stars get in a 2-by-1 set. Quarterback back to pass. Scrambles. And completes the pass for a 1st down. Great scramble. Great pass. Throws a dart to his wide receiver again. Can't quite get that number because of the contrasting uniforms. But great pass. Great catch to move the chains. 1st down and 10 for the North All-Stars. And it's great to see when a quarterback can connect at this age group, especially a situation like that, man. Nice little dig route right there. But what do we have here? Delay of game penalty. Back him up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15. Man, nothing negates momentum but a penalty, especially those pre-snap penalties. And we just hate to see that, but it is a part of the game. Bring up 1st and 15 for the Blue All-Stars. The Blue All-Stars, that is the North. We have another penalty. False start. Backed them up another 5. Yep. Going backwards for an offense is not the best thing in the world. And quarterback sacked. Um, brings up second down and a whole lot. But the awesome thing about this, a couple of negative plays here, but we have to remember these are the all stars because uh, they're only one play away from a big play. These are the best of the best in the Southeast Louisiana Football League. 2-by-1 set with the North. Timeout. North All Stars. They'll take a break. We'll take a break. Back to football action here at the Southeast Louisiana 10U All-Star football game. A pickup here, the second down, and a bunch for the Blue All-Stars here. Blue All-Stars come out in their Wildcat set. Run to the left side. Tackled by number 3, King Shambliss. Bring up a third and a bunch. Again, we see the North All-Stars hurry into that huddle, getting that play in. They've had a few leg game calls here as they hurry to the line. In a 2-by-2 set. Quarterback receives. Oh, the defensive end comes around the side. We have a sack and a fumble. Recovered by the North All-Stars. Way to jump back on that ball, but man, that defensive end came around that side, man, and did what he was supposed to do. Jaw that ball loose to give the other team a fourth down. So the North All-Stars is a declared punt. In our league, no one can rush the punter in this age group. And the kicking team has to declare that it's going to be a punt. So we have a punt on underway. Blue punts. The ball downfield, and they swarm it and surround it. And they down it at the 47-yard line. Well, we'll have the South will be taking over. Again, this morning contest has been a pretty evenly matched game. We have a 0-0 tie here in the fourth quarter. Um, both defenses are really, really stout. Offensive have had glimmers and great plays by both, but had some great stops on that end too. Just like that, dive stop for a loss. Ball placed on the 50-yard line. We have second and about 12. 13. Again, defense has played marvelously on both sides of the ball. Swarm to the football, front four is getting after it, working flat down the line, doing all the things that all-stars do. Timeout. South All-Stars, as they take a break, we will take a break. Welcome back to the fourth quarter action of the Southeast Louisiana football all-star game, 10U division. We have the North All-Stars, who is in blue, and the White All-Stars, which in white. White has possession of the ball, will be playing second down and 13 in this fourth quarter action. As the referees set the ball ready for play, we see the South All-Stars in the 2x2 set. Joshua receives the ball, swings the ball out. Big play by the running back here. First down, South All-Stars. Ball probably rests about the 36-yard line. Great swing pass, great vision, great cut by the running back. I said the contrast on the jerseys is kind of hard to see, but I would imagine that's White, who plays running back for the South All-Stars. Bring up first down here. We got a pass downfield, which falls incomplete. We'll bring up a fourth down with about 10 seconds left in the game. We got third down and 10. Ball resting on about the 36-yard line. Joshua with the South All-Stars in the 2x2 set. He rolls out. He steps up. He throws the ball a little short to a wide open receiver, but he was under duress, hey. And that pass falls incomplete. Great effort. Again, this is what an all-star game is all about. Big-time play by big-time players. And so this brings up fourth down. 2x2 set with Joshua and the South All-Stars. Joshua back to pass. Again, throws left. And it is incomplete. that would be turnover on downs. So the North All-Stars will get one more crack at it with less than 10 seconds left in the game. We have a timeout on the field. Oh, nope, maybe we don't have a timeout. Referee signaling ready for play. We have the North All-Stars running out onto the field. North All-Stars getting in a look like a twin set. We got a swing pass out to the left. It goes incomplete. 2 seconds left in regulation. The Blue All-Stars will call a timeout. So with 2 seconds left in regulation, the score is 0-0. We'll take a pause as they take a pause. Welcome back to the Southeast Louisiana 10U All-Star Game. We have 2 seconds left in regulation with your North and your South All-Stars knotted up at 0. We have a 2-by-1 set here with the Blue All-Stars. The quarterback keeps around the left end and is bottled up in the backfield. That will be the last play of regulation here, and we'll be going to overtime. All right, overtime rules has both teams getting a possession at the 10-yard line, and this is what All-Star football is all about in the Southeast Louisiana Football League. The North, again, consisting of Clinton, Hammond, Baker, and the Tangi Cubs, which every team is represented in this game, and every kid is doing a marvelous job. Also, the South is represented by the St. John Gold, Red, Donaldsonville Tigers, and the East Side Raiders. Again, as the referees and coaches sort out the extra time rules and regulations, we'll take a pause as they take a pause. Well, back to action here. We have the South will go on offense first, starting from the 10-yard line. South in the too tight right set, stopped at the line of scrimmage, and a little extra there, and a flag comes out, a little unsportsmanlike conduct on the big fella there who made a marvelous stop right there in the middle. Hopefully that won't come back to hurt them as we play this overtime period. So it'll be 1st and 5 from the 5. South All-Stars come up to the line. Too tight right. Joshua scrambles. And it's stopped. Oh, and there was a fumble there. Joshua loses the ball and the North recovers. So that means the North will take over on the 10-yard line in this next series of overtime plays. Great job by the North All-Stars being around the ball, making sure that you put your hands in a place where you can strip the ball and make plays, and then recovering that ball. That's big time. That's headsy. That's heads up, and that's just good coaching. Good coaching. First play from scrimmage. North All-Stars. Quarterback sweep right. We got a flag on the play. That's holding on the North All-Stars. Back them up a little bit. It'll be 1st and 20 or 1st and goal from the 20. North All-Stars come out in Wildcat. Little wingback reverse. There's no fooling that defense. They snuffed it out from the very beginning. Tackled by a host of South All-Stars. Will bring up 3rd and goal. Ball rests on the 30-yard line. Well, you got to think that they would have to pass the ball or maybe get half of it back so they could set it up for that 4th down play. So the North All-Stars will come out in a 2-by-1 set. Quarterback throws. Pass intended for Benjamin Brown. Great coverage on that play. We'll bring up a 4th down. Great defense, great coverage. I guess the defense had to know that they were going to go to the air and also go to Brown because Brown's been very, very active today. Great recognition, great heads-up play by the South All-Stars. Which brings up 4th down for the North All-Stars in this first overtime set. Two-by-one set for the North All-Stars. Up, and we have a little movement over there on the left side. False start on the wide receiver to the top of the screen. We'll back them up a bit. They'll replay that try, 4th and a good bet. Ball snap. Quarterback airs it out. Pass intercepted by Bradley Highs. Great job by high pointing that ball, just like they teach it. So we'll go to a second overtime period, of which the North All-Stars will have the ball and be on offense first from the 10-yard line. So North is not all for loss. Hey, they get an opportunity to do it over from a little bit closer. I got behind the sticks with a couple of penalties and all, but hey, doesn't mean a thing because now you're in the second overtime and it's still 0-0. So North All-Stars has an opportunity to punch it in. Again, the defenses have been really, really good this game. Wildcat set, North All-Stars. Quarterback sweep right. I believe that's Jabari Williams on the carry for the North. For a 1-yard gain, brings up second and goal from the 9. North All-Stars in a 2-by-1 set. Williams for a short gain. Bring up third and about 8. Blue All-Stars come to the line. Run around right in. Forced out of bounds by number 23, Blake Branch on the carry. Brings up fourth and goal, and in this overtime period, hey, it doesn't get any better than this. We got fourth and goal from like maybe the 2-yard line. All-star football at its finest. Blue All-Stars up to the line. Run bottled up in the middle. Forward progress stop. That'll be the end of the series for the Blue All-Stars. We'll start at the 10 with the South All-Stars. So again, big defensive stops by both defenses, particularly in this situation. The South All-Stars, again, standing tall when they need. Bend, but do not break. So now it's the South All-Stars' turn. Take over on the 10-yard line in the second overtime period. We got a dive by number 30, Adams. Pickup of about 3 yards will be second and goal from the 7-yard line. Joshua in the center. Dive by number 21, Bradley Hines. Hines will be stopped at the 1 yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal at the 1. Wow, wow. This guy has the makings of a great ball game where on the 1 yard line and the defenses have been standing tall. Let's see what those North All-Stars, what they're going to do. Right pro set. 2 tight pro set. Joshua marches into the end zone for the touchdown. And that's your ball game, folks. North All-Star 0. South All-Star 6. Thank you guys for supporting Southeast Louisiana football. Again, your final score. 10U All-Star game, North 0, South 6.